The march toward the redemption of culture and arts in the Philippines has met successes. One victory is acceptance. During the centennial year of Philippine independence, the government named Caloob as the official resident dance company of Expo Filipino. A year-long exposition and the country's grandest celebration of independence from Spain. This was in recognition of the group's faithful rendition of indigenous Philippine music, dance, and rituals. There have been major incursions into the Christian mainstream. Day by Day Ministries' Caloob Dance Company has been part of major Christian events in recent years. In many Christians, fears have been assuaged. There have been converts and catalysts.
I think this is what cultural redemption is, that you can use who you are. You can appreciate who you are as a people and use your own culture to represent, to put your heart out to God and worship God. And I think if we do that, then the Lord will bless it. The Lord will use it. The Lord will appreciate it and honor that as a worship of His people.
Through the Caloob cultural redemption, they are able to resurface some of our cultural identities that we need to be proud of, that we need to really harness, and that really shows who we are. That we are rich in terms of our cultures, traditions, and we can glorify God.
For as long as Caloob is faithful to its vision of resurfacing the way we as a people relate to the supernatural God, its work will always be important and its work will always be needed as generations come and generations go.
Dinig nila yung tungkol sa kultura ng tribo na sabi bawiin yung mga ibang kagawian ng kultura na hindi dapat ibigay sa iba kung hindi ito ay ma-preserve para sa kabutihan ng ibang mga sa susunod na mga generation pa.
The mission of cultural redemption or restoration has been heard in many countries and cultures. It is recognized as a valid need by quite a number of countries. The local ministry, those involved in the task of redemption, has multiplied. There are to date 300 redeemed dances, songs, and rituals. While some sectors may still be debating these issues, Ed Lapis and Day by Day Ministries have moved to reclaim one of God's greatest legacies to humanity, the arts.
The road was never an easy one. Hostile opposition and aggressive resistance came from everywhere and from everyone. Institutions, Bible schools, congregations, educators, pastors, everybody shunned us. We were branded. Now that's history. Many institutions no longer brand us, and many conservative people no longer squirm when we use gongs in our liturgy. But while most of our rabid critics have been silenced either by enlightenment or irrelevance, much work still needs to be done. But we have just begun. The artistic heritage of the nations, damaged by culturally destructive evangelization, is still crying and begging for redemption.